the worst thing that happened to me in my childhood. My mother was born and brought up in Rwanda in Central Africa. And it was a remote country, and there were very few cars and very few roads. So after she grew up, she went to a finishing school in the UK, and then she did nursing training, and then she met a man and got married, went back to Africa, rural Africa, and she was in the Sudan. While there, she had 4 children, and that's where I grew up. And the place I lived was also very remote in South Sudan. It was hundreds of miles away from the nearest city or even significant town, and the single street that ran through our town had no cars in it, and there was occasionally a truck once or twice a day. Imagine the shock when we moved from Sudan and came to London, central South London. Everything was very different, and the first Sunday there, we 4 children were walking behind my parents, and we took our shoes and socks off because we felt uncomfortable going to church in shoes. So it was like that. School was a new thing, and my brother Mike and I had to get ready for school. He was 2 years older than me, 8 years old. And we said, got goodbye to Mum, and Mum said, "Goodbye, darlings, be careful." And off we set up this road called St. Julian's Farm Road. Now, at the top of the road was a T-junction, and over the T-junction is this school where we were going to start. Now, that road was a busy road, and there was no pedestrian crossing, and there was no central reservation. So what did we do? I was a bold little fellow. I had the reputation in Sudan of being a goalkeeper, and I would throw myself in the dirt in the path of large hockey players, and with their sticks and their ball, I didn't care. I was fearless. So on this day, when I came to the road edge, I looked left and there was nothing there. I looked right and there was a small brown car approaching on that side. Now, I thought, first of all, I should wait for that to pass. And then I thought, wow, little challenge, let's have a race. So I started racing this car to see who could get across first. And the closer it got, the faster I went, until at the moment of impact, I was running absolutely flat out. Bang! I remember the brown wing of the car just before the impact. Bang! And then I went flying in the air and landed with a big bang on the road. I didn't know anything after that for 6 hours. People told me afterwards that if I had been 2 steps further forward, I would have been killed. Imagine that. The horror of it makes me worry even today. I wouldn't be here talking to you. I wouldn't have had that long life with all its experiences and the achievements I've reached. It's unthinkable. Friends, adults must prevent children having accidents.